Welcome to Programming News Daily. For July 13, 2026, we're looking at the shift toward unpredictable token-based billing for enterprise. AI, the Atrophy tool designed to measure developer skill decay, and how Instagui turns command-line interfaces into web GUIs. Enterprise AI is hitting a financial wall. Companies are moving away from predictable flat-fee subscriptions and toward usage-based billing, and it's creating a lot of friction for leadership. According to the Register, a KPMG survey of over 2,000 executives found that nearly 30% of leaders struggle to predict their operating costs as these AI deployments scale. A Register reports that this uncertainty is becoming a structural problem. Gartner suggests that by 2028, the cost of AI coding agents per developer could actually exceed the average global salary. We're already seeing this in regions with lower labor costs like India. In some cases, the monthly cost of the AI tool may soon outweigh the salary of the engineer using it. This financial pressure is changing how engineers approach the stack. To keep costs under control, developers are building efficiency-focused tools to reduce the amount of data sent to the model. The focus is on client-side trimming, cutting out redundant data like verbose JSON templates or database schemas before they ever reach the LLM. The goal is simple. Stop paying for tokens that don't add actual value to the prompt. It's not just the company's budget being squeezed, though. Individual developers are facing a different kind of overhead, skill decay. As we rely more on agents to handle the heavy lifting, there is a growing concern about what MIT researchers call shallow encoding. This happens when a programmer struggles to retain facts or solve problems independently because the LLM is doing all the thinking. To track this, a developer named Ashutosh Raf has released a command-line tool called Atrophy. It uses an ELO-style rating system to measure skill decay across 5 specific areas: syntax recall, debugging, code reading, API memory, and design decomposition. By running short drills in Python or JavaScript, developers can establish a baseline and compare their unassisted performance against their AI-assisted output. It is a way to quantify the vibe coding gap and ensure the engineer doesn't lose the ability to function without the tool. Beyond skill tracking, there is a new way to make existing terminal tools more accessible without touching the underlying code. A tool called Instagui is changing how we interact with the command line by automatically generating web-based interfaces for any binary. Unlike other libraries that require you to add decorators or modify the source code, Instagui works from the outside by passing a tool's existing help documentation. It sends that help text to the Claude API to generate a JSON schema, which then renders a local web interface in your browser. To keep things fast and secure, it uses local caching so you aren't hitting the API every time you run a command. It also executes commands through argument arrays rather than a shell to prevent command injection, and binds the server strictly to localhost. This gives complex tools like fmpeg, yit-delp, or pandocker GUI feel without the need for a full rewrite. That is the latest from Programming News Daily. Faster tools help only when developers can adopt them without losing control of the workflow.